Hey there. I believe that this is the trail to the Cave of the Nymphs. Something that I found online, looking for things to see here on Ithaki, also called Ithaca, as in Ithaca, New York, named after this island. I guess I'll stick to Ithaca for the name of the island because that is how they pronounced it on the ferry when I arrived yesterday, coming from Kefalonia, right there. But unfortunately, the Cave of the Nymphs is closed. There was a sign at the bottom of the hill stating that, and I decided to come up here anyways because it was up the hill and thought there would be some good views. So, Nymph Caves. There are arrows in both directions. It looks like it is that way. Paleohora, 0.9 kilometers that way. Now, that sounds worth checking out as well. Paleohora means ancient town, and it is 0.9 kilometers. That's like a little more than half a mile. So looks like I have stumbled into some hiking, which is great because I love to hike. Here it is. Too bad. Hello. I have no idea what is inside there, how deep it goes, if it gets really spectacular, but very, very locked. So that's a shame, but at least I'm getting the good views, and let's keep on exploring around, see what else we can find, if the Paleohora is interesting or just a pile of rubble or whatever. Let's poke up here really quick. And so there's the main entrance, it looks like, and here's another one. So if you were really in the mood for risking your life, then you could go down this hole here. Look at that. Looks like 15 feet deep right there or something. Hey, the gate isn't locked. I could jump in there. I think I'll pass on that. Let's go check out Paleohora. And this is a really awesome trail. But I definitely got to watch out for snakes. As I showed in one of my Kefalonia videos, there are snakes on these islands, and there are some big ones. The one that I saw in Kefalonia, was like 5 or 6 feet long and like that big around. Not sure if it was venomous or what, but definitely wanted to avoid finding out. All right, go this way. Blue and white for Greece. Okay, seeing a building, not the Paleohora. That is not a paleo building. What is it? A random little Greek church? It is. How many people come up here Sunday morning to worship? I guess somebody does. All right, there we go. The main town of Vati. Okay, I should probably not go in a little church without a shirt. 1 second. So it remains a mystery to me why exactly there are these little Greek churches just all over Greece in very remote locations. People have answered the question before with various answers. It could be that it is dedicated to a specific saint, and so it's kind of just a like homage to a saint. But That's a lot of work to go to build something that is hard to get to and then can only fit a couple of people inside. But anyways, it is always a nice little surprise to come across those. So whatever the reason is why they build those in such hard to get to places, then I like it. Now, is this still the right path? One way to find out. We got the blue and white, so that's probably a good sign. This is what I'm talking about, folks. This really captures one of the many reasons why I love Greece so much. Finding a random hiking trail, finding a random church, getting epic views, nobody else around. And so I thought that I would make this video a kind of informative video about the fact that Greece is now open to tourism, and give just a little bit of information about how to come to Greece. It is pretty straightforward, actually. I made another video already talking about this topic more in depth in Athens when I first arrived a couple of weeks ago, but this is not Athens, so this is an opportunity to show another side of Greece and give you a sort of a feeling in general for the Greek islands and what there is to see as I explore further on this island here. And I will talk a little bit about some of the practicalities of traveling in Greece and getting here. Now, today is June 14th. Greece officially opened to tourism on May 14th. So it's been a month. The tourists are trickling in. It will get busier through the summer for sure. For now, it is still very quiet. Most of the restaurants have hardly any people in them. And so it is kind of a sad situation for the locals who depend on tourism. And that's a lot of the locals. So you're actually providing a service, helping people out by coming here and spending your tourist dollars. I've heard the stories of lots of locals over the past couple of weeks decrying the fact that they have been deprived of business for, the past almost 2 years, basically, because the tourist season in Greece is relatively short. Basically, June, July, August, and then a bit of September and May. So the main thing that you need to know about how to travel to Greece now is that to come to Greece, then you need a negative PCR COVID test or proof of vaccination. And people ask me, what kind of proof of vaccination do they accept? So I just showed my card that I got after getting vaccinated, the Pfizer 2 shots in California. Just showed that at the airport before I boarded the flight, and then again at customs in Athens when I arrived. You will also need to fill out a PLF or passenger locator form online. I will put the link down below, and you can do that just in the days before your flight, and you will fill in your address and your name and passport number and whether you're going to provide proof of vaccination or a COVID test. Here we go. I guess this is the Palea Hora. Not a whole lot left. Not even completely clear if this is the remains of a building or just some sort of platform for ceremonies or whatever. If this is just a retaining wall or part of a building wall, because there isn't very much. But that seems like about the right distance, the 0.9 kilometers that it mentioned. So I guess this is it. Not a particularly astounding old town, but worth it for that. And so you will want to do some research before you travel, especially if you are on a vacation with time constraints and don't want to get stuck in a bad situation, because things are going to be changing weekly going into the summer. As far as I understand, then the rest of Europe should be opening up around July 1st. But for example, Brits, people from the United Kingdom, still can't travel now. They just aren't allowed to leave their country officially. And apparently that might go into July 7th or July 21st or whatever. So lots of factors to keep in mind as you consider your vacation to Greece or elsewhere in Europe. So feel free to write in the comments below what you've learned, what the situation is in your country, countries that have opened that you've seen news about or whatever, for other people to peruse through, especially as things change over the coming months. And that will be a source of information along with this video. All right, let's look around the corner. Okay, nice perspective on the rest of the island. It is small, but not tiny. I guess that is north that way. And so that is Kefalonia and Lefkada and Meganisi and some tiny islets and the Greek mainland. What a view. And looks like the trail keeps on going there, but I'm going to turn it around, get back to the car, and show you more of this lovely island of Ithaca. So where I was hiking was over there somewhere, I think other side of that hill there. And I was pointing across over here and saying, that is Kefalonia. That is not Kefalonia. Obviously I did not drive to another island. That is part of Ithaca. And there is Kefalonia. So Ithaca is a small island, but not a tiny island. It takes a little while to drive around it. So the rental car is 35 euros or about 40 bucks for the day. I got a better deal when I was on Kefalonia. 3 days for 80 euros or about $33 a day. But you get a better deal when you rent it for longer, and also it was an older car. That is the same car that I had on Kefalonia, a Fiat Panda, but this one is in a lot better condition. So, another beach hiking adventure. No cars allowed beyond this point. Seems kind of obvious. Path for the beach, Aios Ioannis. That means St. John. Looking a little windy and choppy today. It is a short hike. There's the beach. So this is the little village of Stavros. There it says Archaeological Site School of Homer. I'm going to go to that next. Here's a map of the island. We're up here. Here is Vathi, the main town where I'm staying. And here is the big picture. The whole Mediterranean. We are around there, Maybe that is Corfu. And this is the other Ionian islands, the various Aegean islands, Turkey, Cyprus, Crete, Sicily, Italy, Sardinia, Corsica, Minorca, Spain, France, Morocco, Tunisia, Algeria, Libya, Egypt, Middle East. One of my favorite parts of the world. Anything touching the Mediterranean is always interesting. All right, I will just give a quick little taste of this little village. There's another beach down here. Police. So Poli, 1 kilometer that way. Anogi, and Vathi, the capital. Aios Athanasios School of Homer. Aios Athanasios is located in northern Ithaca beneath the village Exogi. It is perhaps the most important archaeological site of Ithaca, and the latest scientific papers indicate that it is the location of the palace of Odysseus. The findings, as well as the description of the area as recorded by Homer in the Odyssey, all seem to suggest this, that in Aios Athanasios lie the ruins of the palace and a fountain of the Mycenaean era from the time when the indigenous Odysseus was king of Ithaca. Homer was the presumed author of the Iliad and the Odyssey, 2 epic poems that are the foundational works of ancient Greek literature. The Iliad is set during the Trojan War, the 10-year siege of the city of Troy by a coalition of Greek kingdoms. It focuses on a quarrel between King Agamemnon and the warrior Achilles, lasting a few weeks during the last year of the war. The Odyssey focuses on the 10-year journey home of Odysseus, king of Ithaca, after the fall of Troy. 0.2 kilometers. Hard to read. There it says Homer School, 60 meters. And this is it. Locked, sort of. Whoa! Now, I'm going to assume that those buildings weren't built 2,700 years ago. Probably there were various layers of construction. Man, pretty impressive ruins, however old they are. With bars on the windows. I mean, this only looks like a few hundred years old or something, or maybe like 1800s, or, you know, not millennia old. But I guess there are remnants of the Homer School or something. Not exactly sure, not a lot of information about it. So this looks more like it could be an ancient construction here with the big blocks. And look at that water out there. Stunning views. Maybe these blocks could be part of the old Homer School. So this is the village of Anogi. Looks like these might be more victims of the earthquake on August 12th, 1953 that struck the Ionian Islands and caused a lot of damage. Didn't destroy these ones, but may have damaged them beyond being livable. The style is very interesting, almost like a hint of kind of Gothic or something. Or look at this, I guess, bell tower up ahead. Look at this. I'm going to guess that this is not really old, but I don't know. Could be, you know, a century, 2 centuries maybe. Or perhaps more recent, but it is kind of embedded into this rock. Main square. Yasas. So a symbol up on the side of the tower there that I think I've seen before. Yeah, 2 bells up there. Very, very unique, kind of simple design, yet with these interesting kind of esoteric looking symbols. That's like a labyrinth that spirals in. Is that a pine cone? That is a kind of spiritual symbol representing the pineal gland, if that's what that is. Trippy. All overgrown. Monoliths of Anogi. The impressive menhir or monoliths of Anogi constitute impressive isolated limestone boulders. They are found scattered in the wider area of Anogi, which is the most mountainous village of Ithaca, built at an altitude of 550 meters, or like 1,800 feet up here, and windy, on the highest mountain of the island, Neratos. The menhir of Anogi are one of the most important attractions of the island. They have been incorrectly considered as prehistoric megalithic monuments. However, their origin is purely geological and not anthropogenic from stone carving. Their striking shape, however, attracted the interest of the locals, who have given names to the boulders based on their shape. So they are natural, in other words. Pardon the wind, I'm now filming with my GoPro and it doesn't have the wind protector device on it to keep out the wind noise. circle is obviously man-made. I guess there are like more of these monoliths scattered around the area. Never heard of this until just driving down the road here. The village is just right there. So maybe there's a bit more to see, but it is after 6 and I have to return the car by 7, so I gotta keep on driving. What a amazing perspective of the islands and the mainland from here. You can see so much. There's Vati, the capital. And look at this. I'm guessing they're more recent carvings. This is the monolith.